Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In our last video we explored around Canalave City, trained a bit on Iron Island, and won a gym badge from Byron, the Canalave City gym leader. Now we've been summoned by Barry to the Canalave Library, and we just have to look around for him. And I know that there's one book in here that we definitely need to find that'll help out with when I start playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. Oh, and here it is. This book is titled The Sea's Legend. It's a text that was only recently discovered, and its ancient letters were decoded. Would you like to read it? Yeah, I would like to read it. And as we begin reading it, remember as always to show your support for the channel by hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribing. Once upon a time in the East Sea, there was a Pokemon known as the Prince. A brave human asked Pokemon living in the sea to let them see the Prince. Would you like to keep reading? Yes, I would. Mantike, Weasel, and a quillfish with huge spikes acknowledged the human's bravery and joined them. Okay, so it's Mantike, Weasel, and Overquill. Together, they set off in a boat over the sunset-streaked sea, sailing through the ocean gate stretched over the waves. Would you like to keep reading? Yes, I would. News of this reached the ears of the prince, who went to meet the brave little party at the seaside hollow. Yeah, that's definitely gonna come in handy once we begin Legends Arceus. Hey, Multi-Griffin, over here, this way. Yeah, sure thing, Barry. What's up? And oh, it's Professor Rowan and Dawn. Okay, Gramps, I brought Multi-Griffin like I said. And now, I'm out of here. Okay, I get it. Yeah, you're not getting out of this one, Barry. Everyone's finally here. Listen up. You may have forgotten already, but I study the evolution of Pokemon. The more I study, the more mysteries appear and multiply. There are some Pokemon that evolve, and others that don't. What makes them different from each other? Do immature ones evolve into ones that are more mature? If so, what do we make of legendary Pokemon that don't evolve? Are we to assume that the legendary Pokemon of Sinnoh are complete as creatures? This is where you three come in. There is said to be a mysterious Pokemon in each of the 3 lakes of Sinnoh. If we can obtain data on them, it may shed some light on how the process of Pokemon evolution works. I need help from each of you on this grand undertaking. Help me find these mysterious Pokemon. What are you saying? I didn't get a Pokédex. And who was it that bolted from the lab before I had a chance to give them one? But that's water under the bridge. Seeing Pokemon with your own eyes is important for you in becoming a better trainer, too. You can count on me. It will help with my Pokédex, too. Multi-Griffin, you'll go too, won't you? Yeah, of course I will. I would have made you all go regardless. Now then, there are 3 lakes. Fortuitously, there are 3 of you. You should split up and investigate each lakes individually. Dawn, you go to Lake Verity. Will do. Barry, I want you to investigate Lake Acuity. That would take you almost to Snow Point City. The road there is harsh. I need a tough trainer to go. Yeah, of course. Gramps, you know how to call it. You can tell I'm the hotness. And that leaves Multi-Griffin with Lake Valor. The lake is between Veilstone and Pastoria, if memory serves. Ooh, what was that? Has it stopped? Are all of you unharmed? Let's go outside, but be careful. I'm concerned about the city. Yeah, we better get out of here fast. Multi-Griffin, hurry along, but beware of aftershocks. Yeah, I'm right behind you, Professor. Alright, and everyone's outside of the library. Whoa, that tremor, that wasn't a natural occurrence. And here comes the sailor guy. Hey, old dude and kids, something big just happened. They're saying there was a huge explosion at Lake Valor. Kaboom! Just like that. Gramps, I'm going to the lake. I have a bad feeling about this. Alright, and Barry's on his way. That Barry can't sit still. Multi-Griffin, I'm worried about Lake Valor. However, I have no idea what is taking place. You must find out. But before you go, I can't stress this enough. Don't get in over your head. We will join you as soon as we inspect Lake Faraday. You'll be okay, won't you, Multi-Griffin? Yeah, sure we will. We're going off to Lake Faraday first. If there turns out to be trouble, don't do anything rash. We won't. What is taking place at Lake Valor? You must find out. Okay, and he just says the same thing. Yeah, but before we do go and investigate the lake, there's just one stop I want to make right quick. Yeah, now that we've got access to the move strength, we can go and catch ourselves a Gibble. Of course, Gibble will appear in some of the underground spaces in the Sinnoh Grand Underground, and definitely at much higher levels than what we're bound to encounter. But I still want to try and get one. Get one while we're here, just in case. Yeah, we're encountering a lot of wild Pokemon here. It may be a while before I get to the cave, so I'll see you guys then. Okay, I finally made it. I just have to find the right space, and yeah, there we go. Now we're back at Wayward Cave again. But we have to go through this hidden passage underneath the cycling road. Then we'll get to this area here. Yeah, apart from the Sinnoh Grand Underground, this is the only place where we can find ourselves a Gibble. Yeah, now I have to navigate carefully. Yeah, get every item that I can. Alright, I'll come back for that item in just a moment. Alright, and here's TM26, Earthquake. Alright, and there's just Zubat. Alright, come on, Gibble. Show me some love. If I can't find a Gibble while we're here, I'll just have to wait until we're able to find one in the Grand Underground. Alright, and here's a... Alright, and this item was a revive, so... Yeah, I can never have too many of those, so I'll just go ahead and take it. And here's our Gibble. And it's pretty low leveled. So I'll just catch this one so we can have it for the dex total. If I can, that is. Alright, let's go for a dust ball. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and it only took me 2 different kinds of Pokeballs to try, to get it. Alright, now let's blow this popsicle stand and get over to Lake Valor. Lickety split. And the Gibble in this cave aren't very strong, so it looks like I'm gonna have to wait until I get the Icicle badge to get a much stronger one. Okay, now what is Empoleon doing up on the cycling road? Yeah, see? Well, no matter. Well, I already got what I needed from Wayward Cave, so I just need to head over to the lake. And I got caught by this tuber kid. Tuber Jared. Alright, and this Shellos is an East Sea Shellos. Sticking with Empoleon. Yeah, don't make excuses there, kid. No one likes a sore loser. Alright, and now it's nighttime. Yeah, I've already taken on the guys at the restaurant here, so now we gotta go and help out at the lake. And this place looks like a war zone. Next stop, Lake Verity. The closest thing to civilization out there is that hick town, Twinleaf. We can roll in there completely unopposed. Hey, don't diss my hometown like that, man. Would you like to join the Magikarp and flop around in the mud? Not really, but I'm not above making you roll around in the mud. Alright, and Pichu's leveled up. And I'm really hoping that we're getting close for Pichu to evolve. There we go. Yeah, and you were pretty underwhelming. A Magikarp is weakly flopping about. We set off the Galactic Bomb. Its blast force was phenomenal. Alright, let's go for a Surf Attack. I'm switching over to Staraptor. Though I guess Gardevoir could also work, because since she has a Psybeam. But then again, Croagunk is pretty lethal with poison type attacks. Especially against a fairy type like Gardevoir. Alright, let's avoid these guys. Alright, Haas, what's your damage? The mission is proceeding without a hitch. The boss will be pleased. Everything is for everyone, and for the good of Team Galactic. I recognize your face. You're the child who raided the Team Galactic building in Eterna City. Humph. Jupiter should be ashamed of herself, being beaten by a child like that. But anything and anyone that opposes Team Galactic must be crushed. Even the very thought of opposition will not be tolerated. Yeah, well, you're just gonna have to learn to tolerate it there, Saturn. Alright, now let's disco. Alright, Saturn's starting off with a Kadabra. I'm not gonna risk Gardevoir, especially with how little training I've been giving her lately. And Toxicroak is down. All that's left is Bronzor. I think this is a good time to switch over to Luxray. Yeah, let's go for a snarl attack. Alright, let's go for Thunderbolt. Or Luxray can attack itself in confusion. Alright, and Luxray was only confused for one turn. Yeah, that's payback there, Saturn. You, my friend, are tough. I can see why you defy us so. Yeah, it's only natural that we defy you, Saturn. Gah! Even I, a commander, only managed to buy us some time? But that's fine. A child like you will never be able to stem the flow of time. Team Galactic will get the legendary Pokemon of the lakes. With their power, we will create an entirely new universe. By now, Mars should have captured the Pokemon at Lake Verity. Oh, that's not good. We better get back there and help out Dawn and Professor Rowan. Alright, I'll fly over to Twin Leaf Town. Alright, let's do this, Empoleon. Professor Rowan. Ah, Multigriffin, what timing? Those Team Galactic scoundrels are after the legendary Pokemon. You've got to help Dawn. Yeah, we better take these guys out. And these guys all are all starting to have full teams of 6. Alright, Aerial Ace on Silcoon, and Metal Claw on Glameow. Yeah, there we go. Alright, next up is Stunky and another Glameow. Alright, Whirlpool on Stunky, in case it has Aftermath. And Aerial Ace on Glameow. Alright, this one grunt has two Glameow on his team, and while his cohort only had 1. I'm going for close combat, just so I can hammer out some super effective damage there. we only need to land one more hit, and this battle will be history. Yeah, there we go. Still not enough for Pichu to evolve. Hey Don, mind if I cut in? That face, it brings back bad memories. I'm talking about the Valley Windworks. I got a whole lot of trouble for that little incident. What's with that look on your face? You do remember me, don't you? Fine, whatever. I'll tell you who I am again. I'm Mars, one of Team Galactic's commanders. How cute. You two think you can save the day in your little game of hero? Not a chance. Not even a teeny one. You're all going down. Yeah, we'll see about that, Mars. You didn't beat us back at Valley Windworks, and you're gonna go down again. Alright, let's start things off with a surf attack. Okay, and your Pokemon are a little tougher than the last time we battled. But that's okay, we've still got plenty of experience battling other trainers. Not to mention all the battling we've been doing in the Sinnoh Grand Underground. Ooh, Brave Bird. I'll go ahead and ditch Wing Attack. Alright. Sticking with Empoleon. Let's go for Whirlpool. Yeah, what is with these guys and using Confuse Ray with the first instance with their Bronzor? And Empoleon snapped out of its confusion, much like Luxray did in one turn. Perugly is next. So I'm going with Staraptor in close combat. Yeah, just one hit and Perugly's down. And Pichu's gone up in a level. Again and again. I lost again. So first it was the Valley Windworks, and now it's Lake Verity that I owe you for. This wouldn't be happening to a Team Galactic commander. Calm down, Mars. I've done my part in all this. My mission was to transport the lake's Pokemon to our HQ. That's right, I accomplished my mission without a problem. Team, we're pulling out. The boss is waiting at the HQ. The Pokemon of the 3 lakes are connected somehow. Thanks to Saturn's grandstanding at Lake Valor, a cavern appeared here. It was the cavern where the Pokemon Mesprit slept. Mesprit appeared too, probably to go help its friends. That worked out well for us. It was super easy to catch. So now we've got them all. Mesprit, the being of emotion, Hazelf, the being of willpower, Yuxi, the being of intelligence. Now that we have all three, you can look forward to what Team Galactic has in store for them. I see. This also occurred at Lake Valor. Yeah, sorry about that, Professor. Another legendary Pokemon was taken away by Team Galactic. Both of you went up against full-fledged criminals. The fact that you're unharmed is reason enough to celebrate. But what about Lake Acuity? Is Barry safe? I don't know, but I'll go and check it out. And we'll have to go to Celestic Town for this. Yeah, I'm gonna need to heal up my team before we head out. Yeah, we have to head up this way. This way next. Yeah, let's just take a look down this path right quick first. Ooh, rare candy. Hopefully this will be enough to get Pichu to evolve. Okay, apparently not. Well, it doesn't really make a difference. Of course, we still have to go this way. Ah, yes, and this is the... Oh, I think this is about the only other area in the game that requires the use of defog. And another thing that, yeah, as you can see, there's a big lake right down there, and this is the only area in the game where we can catch a Feebas, but it only appears on a few tiles out of all of the ones in the entire lake. 4 tiles, if I remember correctly. Fortunately, there's a calculator that works well with the Jubilife lottery numbers that we get in Jubilife City. Now we have to keep heading north. We're bound to encounter plenty of Ice-type Pokemon here. And with hail, things are about to get a little tricky for us. All right, let's go for Surf. Since Snover is a grass type, the water type move won't do much damage to it. And since it's nighttime, I'll go ahead and use a Dusk Ball. 2, 3, got it. Yeah, now we can get moving. I don't need another Snover. I just caught one, so... Yeah, I also want to avoid all the trainers that I can as we move forward. Yes, and the things are about to... And the snowfall's gonna get a lot heavier here, so just bear with me. Alright, let's start things off with Surf. Right juice down in one hit. Ooh, a hippopotas. That'll at least take care of the hail. And given that Empoleon's a steel type, we won't take damage. I'll go ahead and at least switch out to Luxray so I can take on Pelipper. Yeah, let's go for a Thunderbolt. And that finishes off Pelipper. Yeah, we need to keep our eyes peeled, because we can find the TM for Rock Climb. Ooh, Bottle of Iron. I'll use this right away on Pichu. Yeah, I guess I forgot to use the Shiny Stone on Togetic. I think this is it. Nope, it's TM07 Hail. I think this is it. Yeah, TM100 Rock Climb. Yeah, but we'll need the gym badge from the Snow Point Gym in order to use it. Yeah, and here's the ice-covered rock that we'll need to expose our Eevee to in order to evolve it into Glaceon. I'm going for a quick ball. 3. Yep. And Medicham is ours. And there's Snow Point City, there's an NPC who's willing to trade her Haunter for a Medicham, but her Haunter is holding an Everstone, which kind of puts a monkey wrench into it, because Haunter can Because we can, if it's not holding an Everstone, Haunter can evolve into Gengar, which I honestly thought could be would have been nice in any of the, in these or the original games, because that would have been a free Gengar. Alright, and Eevee's leveled up, so... Excuse me. Anyhow, now I'm gonna put our new Glaceon into the breeding box so we can breed for some more Eevee. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll have it learn Icy Wind. Now switch Gardevoir out. And now Glaceon goes there. And now we move on. Hang on, how far along are we with the egg? Yeah, it's still not close to hatching. Yeah, avoid that black belt there. I honestly thought we could avoid that girl's line of sight. Ace Trainer Olivia. But I guess it just wasn't to be. And she's coming at us with Roselia first. Yeah, this is no challenge. Not for Empoleon's Drill Peck, anyhow. Seeking. Alright. Perfect opponent for Luxray. Now let's go for Thunderbolt. Yep, and one hit KO. Hopefully that's the last level we need for Pichu. And of course it wasn't gonna be. Now I want to look around for a Sneasel while I'm here. I think once Pichu evolves, I think I'm gonna switch out for Magby. Yeah, because especially since with Flame Body's out of battle effect, that can help eggs hatch faster. And I like how we just sink into the snow here as we hike through. And there were some Team Galactic grunts there, but they're acting as sentries and will keep us out of Lake Acuity. We're here to make sure Snow Point Snowpoint's gym leader doesn't disturb us. Standing guard is a very important assignment. I'll make this a success and earn myself a Clefairy. Yeah, why don't you go and do it the right way, man? Yeah, going out catching a Cleffa yourself and raising it that way. Alright, finally in Snow Point. Now I'll go and heal up my team, maybe do some shopping at the Pokemart, and then we'll go and take on Candace at the gym. I'd hate to live somewhere like Snow Point City. I do not... The cold does not agree with me. Alright, I'm gonna go and stock up on Quick Balls. Just because I really love my Quick Balls. And maybe some timer. And a few timer balls, too. Now, let's go and take on the gym. Yeah, we're gonna have to... We have to think real carefully about how we go about this. Yeah, because we have to clear out all these snowballs in order to make our way up to Candace. Yeah, no surprise here that they're using Ice-type Pokemon. I really hate the cold. Yeah, one Metal Claw is all we need. Yeah, we gotta take this guy on. Okay, and you have a Quagsire, which is very random for an Ice-type gym. But not as random as Whooper being able to use Ice Punch, especially when it doesn't have any arms. Yeah, I think that's the same way with Ghastly. It doesn't get arms until it evolves into Haunter. gotta go this way. Or maybe not. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now the path to Candace is clear. Hey, that took a bit. That took a bit to remember how to do all of that. You want to challenge Candace? Sure thing. I was waiting for someone tough. But I should tell you, I'm tough because I know how to focus. Pokemon, fashion, romance? It's all about focus. I'll show you just what I mean. Get ready to lose. Yeah, pretty confident, aren't you? Yeah, I think Candace is the second Ice-type gym leader who's also the 7th one of her region. The first one being Price of the Mahogany Town Gym in Johto. Yeah, I'm going in for Metal Claw. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Empoleon for this battle. Once again, Metal Claw. Alright, Medicham's next. Yeah, I wonder why they decided to have Candace have a Medicham on her team. I mean, it makes sense since Medicham can technically learn Ice Punch, but still, that doesn't explain why Medicham's on her team. But then again, all that talk about Candace and her focus kind of makes Medicham sort of fitting, wouldn't you say? I'm going to break the ice and bring out my last resort Pokemon. Yeah, and your last Pokemon's Abomasnow, but it's no match for Empoleon's Drillpeck. Yeah, Pichu's now at level 35. Hopefully that's all we'll need for it to evolve. And no, it's not. Wow, you're great. You've earned my respect. I think your focus will hold us over totally. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to give you this. Yeah, now we've got the Icicle badge. That Icicle badge I gave you? Because you have it, you can use the hidden move Rock Climb from your Poketch. Oh, and take these too. Alright, and we got the stickers that Candace uses, and TM72. I think those are for Avalanche. Yeah, each TM contains the move Avalanche. If the user takes damage, the move's power is doubled. Can you imagine what sort of focus you'd need to pull it off? Yeah, it would definitely take one of my tankier Pokemon to use, but still. It's pretty handy to have, if you know how to use it properly. Now I gotta go and check out Lake Acuity with Barry. Alright, and here's our Sneasel. Alright, let's do a quick ball, and of course that wouldn't work. Alright, let's go for Whirlpool. Hopefully that won't knock out Sneasel. Yeah, only a little over half damage. Alright, now let's do a Dusk Ball. 1, 2, 3. Got it! Yeah, there we go. The Pokemon of the three lakes appear to be connected somehow. When Lake Valor was blown up, a cavern appeared in the middle of this lake. You're here to see the lake Pokemon too? You must be bored to fight your way through the snow to get here. Yeah, I'm never bored if it means getting able to stomp out your plans there. Ah! You're not going to get away with this, Team Galactic. Oh, having trouble there, Barry? Oh, are you finished already? Your Pokemon aren't bad, but you're laughably weak. You honestly thought you could save the lake Pokemon of the lake and become the Pokemon champion? Dream on, little kid. But ew, it's cold here. Let's go back to the Veilstone HQ. Oh, don't I know you? We met in Eterna City. Listen, Team Galactic is going to do something huge for everyone's sake. That's why you should keep out of Team Galactic's way. Don't come whining about poor Pokemon and other trivial junk like that. Don't waste your time coming to our HQ in Veilstone. Now, if you'll excuse me... You okay there, Barry? Yeah, that's right. I couldn't do anything against Team Galactic. That Pokemon called Uxie, it was suffering. I'm going to get tougher. It's not about winning or losing. That's not good enough. I have to be stronger. Yeah, with how things are progressing now, looks like we're gonna have to hunker down and get serious too. Anyhow, and that means we're gonna have to follow them over to the Veilstone HQ. But I'll be storing that in the next video, because I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for today. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. And remember, as always, to show your support for the channel by hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, peace out.